Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Harry.
My name is Eva.
My name is Kara.
Hi. My name is Koda.
Hi, my name is Rafi.
Hi, I'm Eva. Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I went on Faces London Summer Program.
Faces Summer London Program. And I have to be honest, I loved every single aspect of it. It's just this 2 weeks kind of adventure with my friends and teachers, and I even made more friends along the way, so it was lovely.
Especially as I'm someone that is currently in the process of auditioning for colleges for musical theatre in the UK, being able to talk to these industry professionals and kind of gaining an insight into their journeys as well from when they were my age up until where they are now was really helpful, and it really helped me to just kind of establish a path for myself and know what my next steps would be after I graduated from musical theatre uni.
What was your favorite part of the program?
So during the final week of the program, we worked with West End On Demand, and we did a bunch of workshops with a bunch of industry professionals who are currently on the West End. For example, we worked with Amy, who's currently in Wicked on West End. We worked with people who've been in Back to the Future, and we basically did a lot of learning choreography from the shows, as well as doing some script work from the shows. And that kind of helped us all to build our confidence and also do a lot of teamwork with one another.
One of my favorite events were all the musicals we watched, including Wicked West End, The Great Gatsby West End, Romeo and Juliet, and loads more.
I really enjoyed the workshops because they helped me improve a lot of my areas of skill, including dance, which is something I'm not really strong in, and the workshops are really intensive and we approach them in such a comprehensive way that it really helped me improve.
My favorite part of the trip was just getting the opportunity to live and breathe in the West End. Being able to feel the energy of the theatres and of London in a way that I just wouldn't be able to without the London trip. Being able to get advice from people who had spent years and years just working on what they and I love was just really inspiring and eye-opening to being able to see what being on the West End would be like.
We had the opportunity to go to a ton of prestigious theatre schools like Trinity Laban, Bird College, and RADA. Great experience to be taught all these different lessons by professionals in their field. While we were there, we also had the opportunity to do some stage fighting. There were a lot of new stuff that I had never learned before, and overall it was a very fun and entertaining experience.
One thing that really stood out to me was definitely all the master classes. We were able to partner with this company called West End On Demand, and we did a lot of workshops regarding singing, acting, and dancing. Personally, I'm not very good at dancing, but because of this experience, we got to work with a lot of studios and a lot of choreographers. For example, we went to Pineapple Studios, where we did choreo on Michael Jackson. We also did The Lion King, we did Matilda, and there were all kind of different styles of dance. We even went to Trinity Laban and we did some contemporary dances, so honestly it was just, whoa, lots of things happening.
I think it has to be viewing the professional side and just seeing how we could really, take our acting further and almost professional-like. Such as when we went and took headshots and other photos with a professional cameraman.
So we had a full week of intensive training with West End On Demand, and for our final day, we got to do a showcase for industry professionals where we performed for Charlotte Gooch, who we worked with previously, and Rachel Bingham, the director of West End On Demand. It just served as such a great opportunity to get feedback from these stars and also just served as a performance opportunity.
Who was your favorite teacher from the course?
My favorite teacher, okay, I have to be honest, my favorite teacher is Connor Lewis. He is actually so incredibly good. The reason why I was drawn to him in the very first place is because he's actually, I'm pretty sure, a swing or an understudy for Marty McFly in the Back to the Future musical, and it's one of my favorite of all time musicals. So obviously when I was there, I was like, whoa, that's crazy, I get to work with this guy. Even though on that day we were working on Matilda, which honestly wasn't a musical that I was particularly excited to do at first. But then he ran us through the choreo for Revolting Children, and it was so incredibly hectic, it was fun, and I felt like something very different to all the previous workshops we've done. He's great, and I really hope I get to see some shows with him in the future.
My favorite teacher was Amy, and she's currently in the Wicked ensemble, and she's also the understudy of Linda. When we were working with her, she taught us a fun choreo to the music of Wicked, and that kind of set the tone for us for the whole entire week.
Definitely Charlotte Gooch. who is now a critically acclaimed dancer and is literally Nini in Moulin Rouge on the West End. I absolutely loved the choreography for Moulin Rouge. It was just so incredibly sassy and confident, and despite only having about 2 hours to learn it, Charlotte taught it in such an easy to understand and engaging way. So I was really excited and full of energy during the entire 2 hours of learning it. Charlotte was able to give me advice on my own monologue and give me advice on how to improve it and how to act better, and I just really appreciate that sort of one-of-a-kind experience.
We were taught by the understudy for Cosette, Phoebe Williams, and she taught us one of the songs, You Will Be Found, from the musical. Fun fact, there isn't actually a lot of dancing in Les Mis. It's more of an acting musical. I think this is great because it's a really good expressive musical, and it includes a lot of gestures, including the songs.
One of my favorite teachers was Wade Lewin, who taught us choreography and singing for The Lion King. He was such a nice and enthusiastic teacher, and I really enjoyed the workshop so much. We got to learn some dance and a bit of singing from it, and it was so much fun to learn because The Lion King is such a legendary show on the West End and Broadway. So that would be, I think, one of my top workshops that we did.
I wouldn't be able to get this opportunity without FACE.
The FACE Learning Program is probably one of the most life-changing things I've ever done. If you like musical theatre, this is a must-do thing.
I would totally do it again.